Here's how to do a V-cut. It's not as simple as you think it is. I've seen a lot of bad stuff happen. People do this. I've seen people sawing for hours. People don't know how to use a saw. I've seen people completely cut into horns. I've seen them break them, everything in half, and I've seen everything except a bad injury so far. And hopefully y'all don't see that today. This ain't like watching a Talladega race or whatever. You ain't just waiting for a wreck, all right? We're professional here. We're gonna act like we are anyways. So anyways, here's a deer. He's a little stiff, and you now also need his head up vertical. That way you can get around to him a little easier if you're doing this on the ground. So I'm just gonna take him, bend his head that way, a little bit past where it needs to be. And just hold it, give it a few little bumps there like that. That'll help stretch that muscle out and get his head vertical. Now he's a lot easier to work with because of that. Now here's the main trick to a V-cut. There are a couple of tricks. One, use this knife. You want to get that knife right about here. And once again, if you're cutting bone, use the heel. If you're cutting leather, use the tip. There's a dip between, hopefully you can catch that on the camera. I don't think you are very well, but there's a dip right here. I know you ain't catching it now. There's a brow
every angle.
Right above his eye bone, and then right above or right under his antler here, there's a dip right here. That's a natural spot to cut it off. Your saw fitting there real well. So if you find it, nick it. Just nicking the leather. That's all we're doing. Turn your knife around where you're cutting away from the bone, and just get you a knife under it and cut straight across to the other side. It's that simple. Now, the back side gets a little more complicated. Because a lot of people just come in right here, oh yeah, I'll just come in here and start sawing in, but you're going to hit into the antlers. See that? So you don't want to do that. You want to come under them antlers. It don't matter if you got to cut these ears out of the way to get to them, you do it. But the trick here is whichever angle the antlers is at, that's what angle you need to keep your saw at. If them antlers are way back here, I mean, you have to cut there out of the way and come in from a different angle. If they're scooted forward, you can get away with a little extra stuff. But for these purposes, they'll come right here, make sure I'm getting under the pedicle, which is what's called the ring around the base of the antler. Nick into it, turn around, bring that knife around it. And there you go. The knife work's done for a moment. Now, hold him up. If you have to, put your boot on him. Figure out where that is. Now the reason you cut that first is a saw. If you see here right here, the skin is moving with the saw. You're not doing nothing. It'll take a lot to bite through it. It'll send hair all over the place. It just ain't as clean. But get up under that skin, push that skin up. Like you don't want it sagging down, because if you cut it when the hide shrinks, you'll have a lot of exposed bone. So you actually want to push up a little bit and then bite into the bone with the saw. So push up and do a good reverse drag, just to help give a groove for your teeth to bite in. And just don't force it. Just let the saw do the work. It'll make the saw last longer, and it's a lot less work. Once you think you're deep enough, take it out. Now notice I didn't cut straight down this way. I didn't cut back up that way. I cut 90 degrees with the curve or the angle of his skull here. 90 degrees, boom, just like that. So now, notice I've done that this way because I'm right-handed, sawing on this side. So now, we're gonna change sides here. Same thing, use your foot if you have to. You're gonna peel that skin up now. Now you need to, if you have to, reach and feel where that pedicle's at. You don't want to cut into that neither. Come around like this. Get it started. Now this time, we're trying to, I just barely miss them antlers. Have to, like I said, barely miss that pedicle and meet our original cut. Trying to keep everything square. And like I said, look, I'm holding this saw right here. I'm holding just a couple of fingers. I mean, it don't take much. Let the saw work for you. That's what its job is. If you're forcing it, you ain't gonna achieve much. Just like that. Now then, it's good that it's got a piece of skin left on it. Because you can come back hit it. And normally sometimes it will reach around and took the rest of it off, but if you can't do that, what we do is get around the barrel and just follow the curvature of it, take that extra skin off. If there's a brain left in there, like there is, there you go. And that's how you do a V-cut. Like I said, it's good to have a little bit extra skin because when that dries up, it'll still cover the bone up. But hopefully y'all found that informative. Hopefully that helped y'all make a V-cut better yourselves, and hopefully y'all enjoyed that. Have a nice day. Are you recording now?
Maybe.
Are you being that evil?
Yes.
Are you getting some background footage of me cleaning my knife off and trying to look professional and everything?
Well, I was trying to record the deer. It looks weird on here. Oh my god.
Yep.
Like it looks not anorexic, but like super tall. Like, come look at this.
Well, he's growing up instead of forward.
Yeah, but he's not as tall as what this is making him look. Like, he looks super tall. Come look. Come look.
I did with my mouth.
Doesn't he look super tall?
Oh, his legs. Oh, those somebody's antlers.
No, he looks super tall.
Because it's the edge of the GoPro, they flare out like a circle. So that's how they catch more stuff.
Fish eye.
Hmm?
Fish eye.
Fish eye.
It's an effect. Yeah. I think it's a fish eye. I don't remember. I need a jacket. There. There. Man. Stop! Stop!
Stop what?
Being you.
Stop. No, never. No, never will I do that.
Okay.
Why is that still recording?
I tried to be a smart with it.
Just stop it.